Okay, right now we're going to do the last pinball game from 21st Century Entertainment in 1996. And some people say the best of all the pinball games that 21st Century put out, with Pinball Dreams and Fantasies and Illusions. So on a stock Amiga 1200, we've got all 8-bit planes, 256 colors. The screen is actually split up into two different areas. So the dot matrix part at the top is in 5-bit planes. And then the bottom is in 8-bit planes. So let's take a look at them all. Bit plane 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that makes up the whole top. And then bit plane 5, 6, and 7 makes up everything. So in the palette visualizer, you can see up here, it has 32 different colors. And down here, there's a palette of 256. So down here right now, we've got 273 colors all together. And in game right now, there's 219. And looking at the sprites, if we take all the sprites off, the only thing that goes away is the ball. So sprite 0 and 1 make up the two attached 15 color sprite for the ball. And I think the maximum for the multi-ball is 4 balls. So there's 8 sprites and 2 each. So that makes perfect sense. So you've got 50 frames per second action with 8-bit planes and 256 colors. So very, very impressive. And you'll see that the visible area is 320 by 256. The display at the top is 320 by 48. And then the playable area at the bottom is 320 by 208. But by far, the most impressive thing to me is when you have multi-ball or when you press a key and go into high-res mode. Look at that. Now the visible area says 640 by 512, which is doubling both things, but actually I think it's only the horizontal, so it would be 640 by 256 still. So the table gets a higher res and so becomes smaller on the screen, but the dot matrix display at the top actually stays the same relative to the screen. So when we're playing in high res, you can see almost the entire screen all at one time, and it looks fabulous. One thing I had a few questions about is sometimes with the scrolling or with the ball and high res, it looks a little jagged. And I think that might be an emulation issue because I was looking at some different long plays on YouTube and some of them had the same jagged look, but then there were some that were perfect. So I'm pretty sure on real hardware, it looks exactly as it should. Wish I could test that out, but my 1200 doesn't work. So let me know if I'm right and that issue is caused by not perfect emulation. So I think Pinball Illusions had the high-res mode too, so it really does look incredible, and it's something that other consoles and stuff, until the PlayStation, could never match something that looked this good with the high-res. So kudos to Dice who made Illusions and Liquid Design who made Slam Tilt here. When I was reading the Lemon Amiga reviews, some people were saying that till this day, this is still the best pinball game of all time on any system. So people really love the game, and rightly so. So hope you love this video. Please like and subscribe. And my favorite thing is when you leave a comment. So hope to see lots of comments. Thanks so much for watching. Always appreciate it. Till next time, take care.